Hello guys, welcome to MotorHub. Today's vlog is about the all-new BS6 Kia Seltos. This is the GTX Plus 1.5 automatic transmission, the high-end diesel variant. Kia gives 3 years unlimited kilometers warranty along with 3 years roadside assistance. It retails at a price of Rs 21 lakh on road Andhra Pradesh. The estimated maintenance cost for 6 years is around 26,000. The safety features of the car include 6 airbags, seatbelt warning, tire pressure monitoring system, ABS with EBD, electronic stability program, hill hold assist and traction control system. It gets keyless entry with push button start along with remote start feature. Now let's go ahead with the review. It gets a full LED headlight unit, LED turn indicators, LED DRLs and Ice Cube LED fog lights. The front skid plate has red inserts representing the GT line variant. Up front we get the Tiger nose grille which looks beautiful. The front camera is placed in the center along with front parking sensors. Under the hood is a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel motor which churns out 113 bhp of power and a torque of 250 Nm. It is mated to a 6-speed automatic gearbox which is a torque converter. Coming to the side, it is larger and wider than the Hyundai Creta, but it is not as tall. The overall length of the car is 4.3 meters. The size of the tire happens to be 215 by 60 R17. It comes with both front and rear discs. Also, the attention to detail is so much on this car that even the brake caliper is finished in red, followed by the red insert on the side door panels. It also gets black cladding all over the car to reduce the visual bug. In the rear, it gets LED tail lights. However, the turn indicators are still halogen. There is chrome running across the tailgate. There is rear wiper and defogger as well, but misses out on the rear fog light. The rear camera is placed right next to the electronic boot release button. The rear parking sensors are placed here along with fake exhaust tips. The real exhaust is under here. The ground clearance happens to be 190 mm. As soon as the boot opens, we can see the large parcel shelf and storage space on either sides of the boot. The boot carrying capacity happens to be 433 liters. Here is the subwoofer of the vehicle. The spare wheel is not an alloy and the tire size is 205 by 65 R16, which is an inch less. So cost cutting has been done. All the door handles are finished in chrome and the build quality feels promising. The rear pockets are large enough to accommodate 1 litre water bottles. Rear seat is wide enough to accommodate 3 people and gets 3 adjustable headrests. The rear seats can be reclined at an angle of 6 degrees and get 60-40 split seats. It also gets smart air purifier, rear AC vents, USB charging socket for the rear passengers and some storage space. It also gets rear center armrest with twin cup holders. Headroom is not an issue. Legroom and knee room is luxurious, but under-thigh support could have been better. There is a light placed at the center which is also an LED. Rear passengers get manual sun blinds which is a nice touch. Coming to the driver's seat, only the front driver door gets a request sensor and there is no request sensor on the passenger door. The driver's seat is electrically adjustable. There is a dead pedal along with accelerator and brake pedals, and to the right is the lever to open the hood. There are the door and window controls. Outside rear view mirror is electronically controlled as well as retractable. Bose's audio badging, tweeter with door handle finished in silver. It gets a single zone automatic climate control, wireless charging at the top, 12 volt socket on the left, USB connectivity in the middle, and USB charging on the right. There is also some storage space below it. The center console consists of the gear lever, button to turn on or off the parking sensors, a rotary knob to select drive and traction modes, and a button for the ventilated seats for the driver as well as the co-passenger. Toggling this button turns on the 360-degree camera of the car, and on the left is a menu to view the desired camera feed. Get the wiper stock on the left, and there is a good amount of spray on offer. The headlight controls are placed on the right. The Seltos gets 3 traction control modes and 3 driving modes. The traction control modes includes sand, mud and snow modes. The driving modes includes normal, eco and sport modes. The sport mode also alters the instrument cluster. The headlight leveler is placed there. This is to increase or decrease the intensity of the instrument cluster. This is the heads-up display, and beside it is the traction control button. The heads-up display shows kilometers per hour, navigation and audio system data. Coming to the infotainment system, it is a 10.25-inch touchscreen unit with navigation, Bluetooth, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and USB connectivity. It is not that fluid or slick to use. The audio system comes with 8 speakers from Bose, which includes 4 door speakers, 2 tweeters, 1 center speaker and 1 subwoofer at the rear, all powered by an external amplifier. Apart from this, you also get a plethora of customizable features as well. It also gets an auto-dimming inside rearview mirror along with UO connectivity. This is the LED cabin light. Next to it is a sunglass holder. This is to open the sunroof of the vehicle. The sunroof could have been a bit larger. The front seats are comfortable and offer good support. The GT line gets red stitching on the interior of the vehicle. Although there are so many hard plastics used in the car, the glove box is quite small for a car of this size, and it is not a cool glove box either. In the center, there are twin cup holders and the parking brake is manual, while the Creta offers an electronic parking brake at this price point. There is storage space below the armrest. However, the armrest is not adjustable. Coming to the steering wheel, it is a flat bottom steering wheel with audio controls on the left and cruise controls on the right. It is adjustable for reach as well as rake. Turning on the vehicle, it greets you with an system check animation just before illuminating the instrument cluster. It is a 7-inch display with an analog tachometer and engine temperature meter on the left, MID in the middle and an analog speedometer and fuel meter on the right. Now let's get driving. The Seltos suspension is on the stiffer side, because of which the ride gets a bit rough at lower speeds on a bad patch of road. On this variant, the R17 tires are also the culprit due to the lesser sidewall of the tire. Since all the wheels get disc brake, it has adequate stopping power. Do notice the 360-degree camera in action while the speed is below 20 km per hour. As soon as it shifts into sport mode, the engine becomes quite responsive. The 1.5-litre diesel is quite punchy and has good lower end grunt. The power delivery is linear and turbo lag is well contained, thanks to the 6-speed torque converter gearbox and the variable geometry turbo. The lower and mid range of the power band is where the engine really shines. It runs out of breath as it reaches the red line. The gear shifts are smooth, and in city driving it can glide through traffic without the need to downshift often. The 6-speed torque converter performs seamlessly while cruising at highway speeds. Shifting into manual mode gives complete control of the gear shifts. The engine is very quiet and there is not much road noise that can be heard. Because of the stiff suspension, the car stays tied down to the road and body roll is well contained. The high-speed stability is quite promising. Driving modes alter the acceleration, braking and traction parameters of the car. However, the steering lacks feel or feedback. It feels artificial and over-assistive. The turning radius happens to be 5.3 meters. As soon as you turn on the indicator, the blind spot monitor turns on. Pressing the menu button on the steering wheel gives you information about fuel economy, tire pressure, and compass. The Kia Seltos gets a 50-liter fuel tank which has a range of 900 kilometers. The fuel efficiency figures are somewhere between 14 to 15 km per liter in the city and around 18 km per liter on highways. Coming to the final verdict, the Seltos is a comfortable and easy to drive car which is also feature loaded, drives well, efficient and feels premium as well. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.